Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today we're going to be talking about Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 10. Before we get into it, for those of you that did not watch my video yesterday, there is a WhatsApp scam going around where I almost got scammed. I did, unfortunately, give them my name, my address, my email, and my phone number, so just be wary. Basically, you're on a giveaway video. You put a comment on it, like the YouTuber usually says, and these scammers will copy their picture of their channel and say, "Congratulations, you won." Get on a WhatsApp and text me, and then they say, "Oh, pick a prize." So you pick a prize. They say, "Okay, give me your details." They confirm it. Everything looks legitimate, and then they say, "Oh, you have to pay $150 for shipping." So just be wary of that. It is out there. There's constantly, the scammers are constantly evolving, and clearly it's working because they wouldn't be doing it unless it was actually working. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. So the beginning of this is kind of very sad and heartbreaking. We think everybody is pretty much dead. Uzai is down. We started off where we ended last episode. Uzai is down. Zenitsu is alive. He pushed Tanjiro out of the way, but he's currently trapped under rubble. Inosuke is down as well, most likely dead. We have no idea what's going on with him. And then Tanjiro is just kind of standing in the street like, "Oh crap, we lost, we're screwed. I'm going to die now." And here comes Gyutaro, comes over, kind of laughing at him, asking about Nezuko. He says, "Yes, that's my sister." And he's like, "Oh, wow, what a pathetic older brother. You can't even protect him. It's no wonder you can't even protect her, because she's a demon, and she's a lot stronger than you are, but she's weak." and he makes a proposition to Tanjiro. He says, "You know what? I kind of like you. As much as a degenerate as you are." He ends up even breaking his fingers, just bending him all the way back and breaking a few of his fingers. It's pretty messed up. He's just laughing at him because he knows he's like a helpless little puppy. There's really nothing he can do at this point. And he offers him to turn him into a demon. He says, "Look, I'll turn you into a demon, and if you don't agree, I'm going to kill your sister right now. So pick your option." So he ends up just grabbing, Nezuko, trying to run away, which she fails at pretty badly. Unfortunately, he gets kicked through a burning building, gets out of it. And at this point, Gyutaro is just toying with him. Daki is kind of just in the background, just chilling. She's not really a part of this. Then he starts, mocking him again and again and again. And then Tanjiro throws this like bag of spice or something in the air and is actually able to impale him with one of the poison kunai. And this brings him down momentarily. The spice actually masked the smell of the poison, which allowed him to try to slash his neck off. So he tries to do the Himurabi Kagura, goes to his neck, but we know how quickly Gyutaro heals from the poison. It's like a minute-long thing. And he's not able to heal fully, and he's not able to cut off his head either. So he almost gets stabbed in the eye by a scythe, and then here comes freaking Uzai Tengen jumping in, saving him before he gets his eye stabbed out at the last minute. He was able to actually slow down his heart rate to the point where the poison isn't spreading, so he's got a little bit left in him. And then they start going at it for a while, fighting. At which point, then Tanjiro jumps in on the fight too. He's sucking up all of his pain, trying to get in there. Zenitsu, on the other hand, is able to use a special move. It's called Godspeed, along with his first form of thunder. And he already used it once in order to get out of the rubble, and now he's using it a second time, trying to cut off Daki's head in the process of Tanjiro and Uzai trying to cut off Gyutaro's head. But it's not enough. Unfortunately, his speed, his power, his abilities are not enough. And we kind of flash back to Tanjiro, who now has a scythe sticking up through under his chin. That's right, Gyutaro literally stabs him right under the chin. The scythe is coming up at his mouth. The poison is starting to affect him. And he's screaming, using all of his abilities, trying to cut off Gyutaro's head while he's watching Zenitsu try to cut off Daki's head. And then here comes Inosuke out of nowhere. Blood is spurting from his mouth. He's definitely in a lot of pain. He's hurting, but he's up. He's actually back, and everybody's like, "Holy crap, Inosuke's alive, what the heck?" And he was like, "Oh, moving my organs around is like child's play for me." So he has the ability to shift his organs, which is pretty neat. And apparently growing up in the mountains, he mentions poison does not affect him. So poison doesn't affect him. And then also he can shift his organs around. So he comes in with his combined ability along with Zenitsu. They are able to cut off Daki's head again for at least like the third time her head got knocked off at this point in time. And then Tanjiro has some sort of weird reaction to the mark on his forehead. There were some past things. Gotaro talked about the mark. He was like, I like things that look ugly and disgusting because I am too. And the mark actually begins to shift. It seems like he gets a power up, and he looks like that Demon Slayer that Daki initially saw several episodes back. The hair seems to grow out, the eyes seem to go white, and he seems to get an extra power boost, so I'm not really sure what that's about, because he wasn't born with that mark, as we know. It was a scar initially. But it seems to fluctuate to a certain extent, and they're able to cut off Gotaro's head. So both the heads, fly off, they roll together, both the siblings are looking at each other. However, we end this episode with Gotaro able to unleash one last blast of the scythe. Tanjiro's there hyperventilating, the poison's acting in, Uzai's yelling at him to move or something. We have no idea what he's saying. We don't know if Uzai is able to get him out of the way. He's hurt, he's poisoned, he's missing an arm, for Pete's sake. Tanjiro got stabbed through the mouth, so I'm sure that's going to leave a nice scar for the future, I'm guessing. Anyway, I don't really know. And they are defeated, but at the same time, we're left with another frigging cliffhanger that it's a possibility that Tanjiro or somebody, in the process might be dead. Tanjiro, I think, was the only one in line of the attack. But the entire city is basically destroyed. The entire entertainment district is basically kaput. Everything's on fire. All the buildings are destroyed. Tanjiro was even mentioning, I hope everybody got out okay. I hope everybody is safe, which we have no idea at this point in time. There's only one episode left. So we have one episode left of this season, and it's kind of crazy. I would expect like at least two, because I feel like we need like a lower episode just to everybody's healing and getting repaired. But they might do that next episode. I'm not really sure how they're going to do that. I think we're getting another movie too at some point, so they may do the same thing what they did with Mugen Train, where the movie is actually also part of the anime. That is a possibility, because I know for a fact we are getting a second movie from Demon Slayer. I just do not know when at this point in time. Kind of crazy how everything went down in this episode. We do get some flashbacks. Tanjiro uses his signature headbutt again as well, and he gets that from his mom that we mentioned. Apparently she headbutted a boar back in the day, so he's got that hard skull from that. And we just see Nezuko's actually talking in demon form, but it's in a dream, so I don't know if she has the ability to talk yet, as just a regular demon, but she does it in demon form. Obviously, they have that brother-sister connection. He sees his mom, sees his past siblings, saying, hey, move, you got to get up, you got to keep fighting until the end. Basically, she says you got to stop blaming, other people, like we're humans, there's nothing you can do about it. We all have weaknesses, you fight until you can at the very end, and if you lose, at least you tried the best in the process. So that's kind of where we're at with this episode. Excellent episode overall, definitely, and a 9 out of 10. The visuals were amazing, especially Uzai going all out, versus Gotaro for a couple of minutes, just to give everybody enough time to get rid of Daki's head, get Tanjiro set up to chop off Gotaro's head. And they did. They defeated them, but at the same time, at what cost? There's just a lot of damage going on, a lot of bad things happening right now in the episode. What I think is probably going to happen next episode is I don't think anybody's going to actually be dead. The chances of them, they're not going to kill off the main characters. We thought they killed off Inosuke. That definitely got concerning there, but he's alive, so I'm sure he'll be fine. I know he's bleeding pretty bad. Tanjiro's really beat up too, bleeding really bad. Uzai's missing an arm, bleeding really bad, so I'm hoping that other Demon Slayers come out. They heard all of the ruckus, and they are good to go, but we don't know. I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be more of an injury. I think this was kind of like a Gotaro's last-minute attack to try to kill them in the process, because I think he's, at this point, he's like, crap, I lost, but I'm going to see if I can take them with me. Kind of a thing, like, bring everybody down with him, because he doesn't want to die. I mean, he had his sister to die with, so I guess there's that. But in general, I think this is just, he released the attack just before he got his head cut off, so it still went through. And Tanjiro might get beat up a little bit more, or Uzai might get beat up a little bit more. But just based on this cliffhanger, I don't think it's like a massive cliffhanger. I really don't think anybody is going to die, minus the demons. And I think that'll be it. Hopefully, we get some more backstory on the demons, because we really didn't get any backstory on either one of them. I thought, typically how they do it is when they're fighting a main boss for the season, we get some background on that main boss. Like we did with the lower rank 5, I'm forgetting his name, last season 1. So I'm hoping we get a little bit as they're disappearing into the cosmos, what their backstory was, what led them to become demons in the first place, and hopefully all of our main characters and our Hashira and his wives and everybody's okay. I don't know how much fighting he's going to be doing in the future with one arm. But we saw him fight very well with one arm, so I guess it's a possibility. I don't know if they have prosthetics. I guess we'll have to wait and see if there's any prosthetics. But I'll end it there. If you're new here, subscribe, turn that notification bell, leave a like, comment down below what you want to see for future anime, cartoon-related videos. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.